Welcome back to my channel, guys. So for today's video, I thought I would do a sort of educational video on what gluten is and how it affects people who have a sensitivity and celiac disease. So let's start with, what the heck is gluten? Basically what gluten is it's a protein that is found in wheat, rye, barley, and then there's this other new, what's it called? I can't pronounce it, but the word is right here. Google it, because I have no idea what it is. Until I was doing research for this video, I'd never heard of it. So basically, what gluten is in baking and cooking and food preparation is that it helps the wheat or the flour become sticky, and it binds it all together to like make it, you know, hold its shape and whatnot. So it's basically the glue that holds the food together. Now, some doctors say that it's okay for everybody to consume gluten if they aren't sensitive or celiac, but other specialists say that it's not really safe for human consumption, or like that it's not good for you. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I am not a scientist. I just know that it hurts my body when I eat it. So personally, I don't eat it for medical reasons. There's a lot of misinformation and there's a lot of speculation out there because people think that gluten intolerance and celiac has just become a thing, when really people were suffering with it and not knowing for years. So there's just a lot of unknown in the terms of all of this, but I don't have celiac or Crohn's or IBS or anything. It upsets my stomach and it makes my body have all these like negative effects. So the negative effects that gluten can have on a body that can't process it the right way, we'll go over the physical and then the mental. And yes, there is a very big mental component to how your body processes food and how it makes you feel and how it makes your hormones react. And I won't get into all of that because there's a lot of science that I'm not clear enough on to explain. But first and foremost, physical. It can cause bloating, cramps, like severe stomach cramps. It can cause diarrhea, just general abdomen pain. It can cause smelly poop, which is awful. Awful. So it can cause leg and arm numbness, joint pain, muscle pain. It can trigger an iron deficiency, and this thing called chicken skin. It's like a rash where your skin gets like white bumps on it, and sometimes it can cause psoriasis or make it worse if you already have the psoriasis. As if that's not bad enough, it also can cause an iron deficiency. I don't know if I already said that. And anxiety, depression, and brain fog. Fatigue, and that's just like the surface of it. Especially if you already have like PCOS or another autoimmune disease. It can really affect you. So I've experienced every single one of these symptoms, and I've never gone to the doctor and gotten blood tests done and everything because I just can't afford it. But the anxiety and depression and brain fog thing, that is no joke. Like, I can tell if I have ingested gluten immediately. The minute it hits my stomach, I start to feel uncomfortable. My temperature rises. I get super, super warm. And sometimes my face will get red. I start to become irritable and forgetful and just generally anxious. And I do have anxiety, and I have problems with depression as it is, so ingesting gluten just makes it way worse. So the biggest thing about it is the brain fog that comes with it is like, sometimes it's so much that you just become forgetful and frustrated, easily frustrated. I get so irritable when I eat gluten, and I'm sure it's because I'm just feeling like absolute shit anyway. So, like, the chicken skin thing, I keep touching my arm when I say that. I always had like bumpy skin on my arms, and I never knew why. I just thought that was how my skin was. But when I was reading all the symptoms for gluten sensitivity when my sister was diagnosed with it, it was like, holy crap, sounds like me. Like the joint pain, all of it. So when I stopped eating gluten, the things that happen is I have more energy. I don't get upset as easily. I don't get anxious. Like when I eat gluten, I'm super suspicious of everything, of everybody. I feel like everybody is trying to con me. I feel uncomfortable all the time. And there would be times when my stomach would hurt so bad I couldn't get out of bed. Like, it feels like somebody is stabbing you in the gut, but like repeatedly. And just like playing with that knife, whatever. It just hurts so bad. And like, I have had 2 babies naturally. So it's not like I don't know what like stomach cramping can feel at its worst. And it's that bad. It's labor pains bad. It's terrible. So, but the biggest question is, should you stop eating gluten? I mean, I don't know. If you feel like you have any of these symptoms after eating wheat, rye, barley, like maybe contact your healthcare office or whatever, like go in and see a doctor, because there's a lot of damage, internal damage that can happen from eating gluten when your stomach can't process it, because it will make your intestines bleed. But if you're perfectly healthy and gluten doesn't bother you, keep eating it. If it makes you happy. I just know that a lot of people have symptoms of gluten sensitivity or celiacs, and they're unaware of it, and they obviously don't know to do anything about it. So it's a really big deal, guys. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Sorry I got a little rambly and whatnot, but yeah, let me know in the comments if you know anything about gluten sensitivity, celiacs, if you have it. Like, I have been off and on gluten-free for the last, I'm going to say 7 or 8 years now. Seems crazy, but there was a lot more on like eating gluten than not eating gluten in the early years. But as I've grown and learned, I have really found that my body and my mind just function better without it. In fact, we've taken my 9-year-old who has ADHD off of gluten, and it really helps his symptoms. It helps a lot. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you would like more. Follow me on Instagram at Lacie's Journey. Thanks, guys. Catch you in the next one.